Barakatah Yahawah, Barakatah Yahawashi, Barakatah Yahawah, Barakatah Yahawashi, Barakatah Yahawah, Barakatah Yahawashi, Bahashan Wakak Wadash. All right, I want to give double honors to our elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone who rule well, and peace and blessings to the house of David the elect. All right, I'm Zahab, Spirit Wind Judah, and today I want to go into a live stream entitled Yahweh's Made Men, all right, or Made Men in Yahawah while Yahawashi, all right, because, the Most High is making us made. There used to be a show on MTV entitled I Want to Be Made, all right, so whatever aspiration that particular person had, they really had to go through, all right, good morning. They really had to go through a set of circumstances to develop them to be suited for that particular position that they aspired to be in. I vaguely remember the show, but I think that's pretty much the gist of what it was. All right. But we aspire to become Yahweh's made men. All right. And shalom to you, Akim and you, Akwakim, who are tuning in to this live stream. All right. I'm just going to get some of this scenery. All right. We're at the reservoir, the Ross Barnett Reservoir down here in Mississippi. This is where a lot of live streams are done, whether it's on this side or the side over that way. If you see just mostly grass while I'm doing these live streams, that means I'm on that area over there. All right, which is where you have park benches, people throwing frisbee. One thing about Esau, that man take frisbee serious. It's like golf in his mind, I know this Esau takes on less physically challenging sports where Jake doesn't really dominate, but that's outside the that's outside the topic, But going back to the topic, all right, Yahweh's made men. All right. See, the Most High, he's molding us for a position. He's molding us for that crown. And we're being made through our circumstances. Don't you know that your experiences is what makes you. And as they say in the world, if it doesn't break you, it'll make you. You see? What doesn't kill you make you stronger. Those are phrases that you can't just overlook, because you need things like that to understand the value of what you go through. And as a young man, and as a young man in Yahawashi, I'm learning the value of fear. Fear in Yahawashi, you get rebuked, you get reproved, all right? You don't know if Yahawashi, you realize that you've fallen short and you have a fear inside you. All right, that fear is healthy, man. That fear is healthy, man. You see? I'm learning the value of pain. All right, in the gym, it's basically no pain, no power. If you don't go through a set of pain, if you don't go through any measurement of pain, you're not going to receive any power. You're not going to receive any strength. All right, but it's no different from your personal circumstances. If you're not going through pain, if you haven't gone through turmoil, if you haven't gone through anguish, all right, you haven't gone through setbacks, all right, then you can never really be made. See, when you read about Yahweh's men, Yahawah by Hashem Yahawashi's men, these men were made. Job was made. Going back to the second chapter, man, Job was becoming made, all right, when the Most High did an integrity test. And he put Job through those circumstances with the afflictions in his body, with the death of his offspring, with the death of his cattle, all right, with the death of his servants. All right, don't you know that was trauma? Don't you know that was trauma to the third degree, man? You see? But when he came out of it, it didn't break him. It made him. It didn't break him. It made him. You see? Job was made. And there's nothing you can do to take away Job's circumstances that made him. See, it's one thing for somebody to tell you certain things. They can tell you certain things about certain experiences, and they could give you insight. But when you go through it yourself, nobody can take what that has done to you from you. That's what made you. All right? Let me see. Brother got a precept. Hanan, Israel, tribe of Benjamin, Hebrews 12:6. For whom the Lord loveth, he chasteneth, and scourge every son whom he received. You got to get initiated into this thing, man. It tells you in Wisdom of Solomon 4, a wisdom will try you, man. You see? And that's what makes this thing so special, because not everybody will make it. You see? That's what makes this thing so special, because not everybody will make it, man. Just like anything that's special, you're going to have some men who enter, but they never last. You have some men who enter, and they endure, and they become made men. Right? All right, if you can endure all the trials, all the tests, and still come out, you're a made man. And Yahawashi. And that's when our willing brothers will receive those palms, those victory palms. You see? Psalm 16:11. Thou wilt show me the path of life, and thy presence is fullness of joy. At thy right hand there are pleasures forevermore. And that's the accolade of enduring. All right, Hebrews 12:7, the continuation from Hebrews 12:6. If you endure chastity, Yahawah dealeth with you as with sons. For what son is he whom the Father chasteneth not? All right, Yashimai, tribe of Judah, Sirach 2:4. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a lower state. And be patient, man, because you have brothers. It started with the elder apostles of Great Millstone. You have men who they lost it all and retained the knowledge. They lost it all. They lost everything physically, but maintained their faith. You have some of us men, started with the apostles of Great Millstone, men who lost their families, lost their wives, lost their sons, lost their daughters, lost their homes, were homeless. You see? But they didn't renounce their faith. Those men could have easily gone into the military. You see, got on the oil rig. You see, the military is always available. You see? But they didn't renounce their faith. They kept their integrity. You see? Made men. Then they came back out because it was a test. You see? And that's what makes you, man. Sirach 2:4. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a lower state. For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. All right? If you catch hell, you have to go back to your forefather Job and compare your hell to his hell. All right? There will never be another Job, because the Most High has never put a man through what he's put Job through. You see? But it's not that men didn't go through traumatic things in their lives, but men of the Lord, no man of the Lord has gone through what Job has gone through. You see? Because Job retained his integrity. You got something called rap culture. Half of rap culture is justifying their drug dealing and justifying their demonic activity because of the hell that they've gone through. But at the end of the day, them niggas didn't have no integrity, right? Sirach 2:4. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a lower state. For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. All right. 1 John 2:28. And now, little sons, abide in him, that when he shall appear, we may have confidence and not be ashamed before him at his coming. All right. Yamin Yah 144. The Spirit keep bringing this out. Sirach 2:5. For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. 2 Peter 1:10. Wherefore the rather, brethren, give diligence to make your calling and election sure. For if you do these things, you should never fail. All right. Revelations. Well, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pause it. I'm going to pause the scripture reading. I'm going to speak a little bit. Then I'm going to go back to the scriptures. All right. See, all of us brothers are precious metals. All right. But when the Most High pulled us out of the ground and he started to refine us, he started to go through a process. You see? And that's what really makes you a precious metal, is that when you successfully go through the refinery process without cracking, like a pottery, like a pot, like a vessel. You see? The Most High has been working on, Elder Apostle Gabar for over 30 years. Elder Apostle Rakah for over 30 years. All right? Elder Apostle Ramlab. And starting with Elder Apostle Tahar. Those are made men. Those are men who've been refined over and over and over again. And they've never left their integrity. You see? There'll never be another Elder Apostle Gabar. We don't have time. The Most High, we don't have another 30 years, all right, to make another Elder Apostle Gabar, another Elder Apostle Rakah, another Elder Apostle Aramlab, or another Elder Apostle Tahar, all right. There'll never be there's not another 30 years in Babylon to craft those men, to hone those spirits, to develop those spirits, man. All right. No matter what coming into this truth, you can never, all right, stand toe to toe with those men in the spirit. You might know a lot of precepts, all right, but it's really retaining your integrity, man. Because when the Most High starts to put you through tests, you're gonna realize that it's not what you know, it's what you apply. See, you can know 1,000 precepts, but what precepts can you survive off of? What precepts do you apply to retain your integrity, man? Because those tests, they'll come out of nowhere. You see? And sometimes you'll fail, and the Most High allow you to fail so you can realize that you don't have it, man. You see? That's why I don't look at the apostles like, really, I'm up, like, nah, man. You see? Because those men have been in the truth as long as I've been on this earth. You see? They were made through their circumstances, man. And I be willing, we endure to the end, we would have been made through our circumstances. We would have been made through our experiences, man. That's what really makes you, man. You see? And nobody can take that from you. That character that's forged from that, that's what makes you who you are. Nobody can take that from you, man. All right? The Most High is making solid men. All right? Weaknesses that we came into the truth with, we no longer have. That's a victory in itself. You see? The character flaws, inferior metals, metaphorically speaking, getting purged out of you. That's a victory in itself, man. Because if you can't get it out of you, the Most High get you out of the body. You see? So, I mean, hey, man. Hey, you got to look at it that way, We're becoming made, man. You see? Being made through our experiences, man. For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. And we can't forget that. And sometimes, you can do stupid things, or you could make a mistake and you catch hell for it. But sometimes, hey, a man's going to still look at Yahawashi. So you catch hell, and that's to keep you humble. Catching hell keeps you humble. There was this rapper by the name of Lupe Fiasco. He had a hot line in a song, and he said, the struggle, another sign that God loves you, because on a low, being poor keep you humble. Then he also say it also teach you how to hustle. And those are two things you learn as a man. You those struggles, and you go through some hell, especially like financial hell, or you just being broken down for an extended period of time. That will humble your ass, man. That will humble you. When you just don't have it, that humbles you. But another thing, what happens is you learn how to hustle. You don't just depend on the 9 to 5. I think you got to have a stable check, but it's also good to have a hustle about yourself too. You see, I think that's manly to hustle. To go out there and get it, man. Put yourself out amongst people and just get make things happen. You see. But going back to the spirit, hey, adversity makes you humble, man. And traumas make you hard. Your spirit can only get shocked so many times. You can only get heartbroken by a woman so many times. You can only get blindsided or duped so many times. You can only say, how could you so many times? You can only say, why would the Most High allow something like this to happen to me? So many times. You can only say that so many times until you become numb. See, the Most High is killing a lot of things inside of you, man, because you are a soldier. We might not have a literal uniform because it's a spiritual uniform. You see, something that Elder Pastor Ramlab went into a while back. When I say a while back, I mean maybe 2017. He was basically saying that, when you get shocked so many times, or basically traumatized, roughly paraphrasing, that after a while you just numb. For example, you might have a financial crisis. Well, it might happen out of nowhere, but you don't panic. After a while, you become used to it. Like, you become numb to little fears and terrors, to the point where it's not really fearful. You see? And that's what makes you made, man. You see? It's one thing to know the scriptures, and it's another thing to eat the scriptures to where it's a part of you, man. That's what makes you made, man. You see? Hey, kings aren't born. Kings are not born. They're made through sufferings, man. And that's so-called God dealing with you. Not you walking around speaking gibberish. Or, you just fire, you just hoorah prophet with shades and the black garment and a beret, army beret. But you just a hollow shell inside, man. You see? But you have men, they don't walk around saying 1,000 precepts, but they've been made through their experiences while they maintain their integrity in Yahawah Bahashim Yahawashi. You see? I said, the Most High made Job, man. Job was a made man. Not because he came in the game rich. He was made through through that hell that he endured. And that's what the angels rejoice over, man. And that's what gives you rank in the kingdom, man. And that's what gives you favor in the sight of Yahawashi. Like, man, he's skating. He's enduring his hell. He's enduring his hell in your name. The angels might be telling that to Yahawah, like, look, Abba, like he's enduring this hell through you in your name. He's just walking by faith. You see? But the things that you've gone through within the last 5 years, 10 years, 15, 20, that's what's making you, man. Your pitfalls. That's what's making you, man. You see? Your low points. That's what's making you, man. Your turmoil, your anguish, your grief. That's what's making you, man. All right? But, let me get these scriptures. I said I was going to get the rest of the scriptures. The water for posting these scriptures. Brothers are on fire on the comment board. Let me see, where can I start? I start with, double honors to the elders, apostles, great millstone. We say it all the time, but they deserve double honors. Because, hey, that's the beautiful. The elders are battle tested, man. The elders are battle tested, man. You see? Yep. Come. Barakah Tuwab, Shabbat Shalom. I think the other Kazaki Allah's down there, if I'm not mistaken. Just scrolling through the comment. Okay, this is where I can start. All right. Revelation 2:10. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that you may be tried. You shall have tribulations 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. Philippians 3:7. But what things were gained to me, those I counted loss for Hamashiach. Yea, doubtless, and I count all things but loss for the excellency of the knowledge of Hamashiach Yahawashi, my Lord. All right. Philippians 3:14. I press toward the mark for the prize of the high calling of Yahawah in Hamashiach Yahawashi, whom I have suffered the loss of all things, and do count them but dung, that I might win Hamashiach. And brothers have lost things, man. Men have lost families, man. You know, it's easy to say, it's easy to hear a man talk and say, yeah, brother, brothers have had little ones and they haven't seen their little ones in a long time. Brothers have lost their families. But look at your family, man. Look at your little girl and your little boy when you come home, man, and your woman. And imagine at some point, the spirit has it on your family to where y'all break up and the woman takes your little ones, man. That'll rip the heart out of your chest, man. But then you still got to turn around and go to camp Saturday. Come on, man. You still got to press and move forward, man. All right? We belong to Yahawashi. It's like you got a dog, right? You got a dog. Well, your dog might have puppies, but really, those puppies belong to you. The dog might have had those puppies, but really, that dog's puppies belong to you. So our offspring really belong to Yahawashi. The most I could take our puppies, so to speak, man. All right? And we want to be faithful dogs, man. Dogs go back to faithful, collab. All right? Matthew 24:13. But he that shall endure to the end, the same shall be saved. 2 Corinthians 12:9. He said unto me, my grace is sufficient for thee, for my strength is made perfect in weakness. Most gladly, therefore, will I rather glory in my infirmities, that the power of Hamashiach might rest upon me. You know? And we being strengthened through Yahawashi. And that's what develops us, is that we really increase in Yahawashi. You see? And we lean on Yahawashi. We stand on Yahawashi. 2 Timothy 2:1. Thou therefore, my son, be strong in the great... thou therefore, my son, be strong in the grace that is in Hamashiach Yahawashi, and the things that thou hast heard of me among many witnesses, the same commit thou to faithful men who should be able to teach others also. 2 Timothy 2:3. Thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahawashi Hamashiach. And one thing I know about being battle tested is that your superiors, when they prepare you for battle, they give you that prep talk. Some of y'all motherfuckers gonna die. You know, you watch certain military movies, you hear that prep talk before a battle. You know, you hear that admonition. All right, your superiors yelling at you in your face. They get your mind right for that battle, man. Get you out that lackadaisical spirit. All right, because lackadaisical will get you killed in this mug, man. All right, James 5:11. Behold, we count them happy which endure. Ye have heard of the patience of Job and have seen the end of the Lord, that the Lord is very pitiful and of tender mercy. Let me see. Isaiah 13:12. I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir. I'm going to tell y'all, brother, something, man. One time, Elder Apostle, which Elder Apostle Rakai is down here right now. Call Halim, like, how about some outside for that? You know, we've been building in the spirit, learning things. But I remember, I want to say it was 2018, could be 2017. But Elder Apostle Aramlab was here. And speaking of, I'll make a man more precious than fine gold. The brother had taken him to the restaurant, and we, the other brothers in the camp, the remaining brothers, was going to meet him in the restaurant. So as we're walking in the restaurant, we see Elder Apostle Aramlab sitting down at the restaurant, and he has a glow on his face. I'm talking about a glow to where even if I didn't know him, I would have been like, who is this? Who is this man? You know, he literally had a glow. Like he had just come from Atlanta when that turmoil in Atlanta had taken place, right? So now he was in Mississippi. But speaking of, I will make a man more precious than fine gold, Elder Apostle Aramlab had a glow, man. He had an aura, like he was glowing. You know, it's like, damn, you know. And that's what happens when you're being refined, man. When you're being refined, you literally, we really be glowing, man. But in the times to come, when we get those new bodies, that power on us, man, we're really gonna have a glow, man. Because the presence of Yahawah by Shema Shai is gonna be in us, man. All right. And what I'm gonna do, I'm actually gonna walk to my car. Get out this code. All right. We want to get these scriptures. All right. Let me see. That's when the Lord does his mightiest work when we are at our lowest point. And it's going back to 2 Corinthians 12:3. That my strength is made in your weakness, roughly paraphrasing. And that's beautiful, man. That's a beautiful point. I'm gonna repeat that. That's from Diagrammers from Basel 144 Ba. That's when Yahawah does his mightiest work when we are at our lowest point. See, I'm learning, man. And I say I'm learning because, hey, man, I'm a child, man. I'm a son. I'm learning, man. There's levels to this truth, man. All right, but there's beauty in pain. There's beauty in fear. There's beauty in affliction, man. Hey, like my guy J. Cole said, hey, it's beauty in the struggle. You know, it's beauty in the struggle. Hey, let's look that song up. It's called Love Yours. It's called Love Yours, man. 1 Peter 1:7, that the trial of your faith, being much more precious than of gold that perish, though it be tried with fire, might be found to praise and honor and glory at the appearing of Yahawashi. Romans 8:38, for I am persuaded that neither death, nor life, nor angels, nor principalities, nor powers, nor things present, nor things to come, nor height, nor depth, nor any other creature should be able to separate us from the love of Yahawah, which is in Hamashiach Yahawashi our Lord. All right? I want to get these scriptures in order. Sometimes they'll come out of Hebrews 10:33. Partly why ye were made a gazing stock both by reproaches and afflictions, and partly why you became companions of them that were so used. Job 40:6. Then answered Yahawah unto Job out of the whirlwind and said, gird up thy loins like a man, I will demand of thee, and declare thou unto me. Because another word for a made man is really a champion, man. I'll be willing we receive those palms. Hey, well, like Elder Apostle Gabar just did in his lesson called These Two Men. These two men, hey, we resist the MOTB. We're basically, hey, that's gonna submit that we're the elect. That's what makes you a champion, man. We resist the MOTB during the hour of that final temptation. Job 40:7. Gird up thy loins like a man, I will demand of thee, and declare thou unto me. Philippians 2:12. Wherefore, my beloved, as ye have always obeyed, not as in my presence only, but now much more in my absence, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. All right. Just scrolling down. Brother got some steaks and meat and, you know, all type of things on this thing, man. But let's not forget that, Akim, we're being made through our experiences, man, and the things that you've gone through in your own path. All right, the things that you've gone through in your own path, that's what makes you who you are. Because I can speak from my own small window of experiences, man, is that it's the things that really rip your heart out, or, you know, really break you down, and you're like, damn, I ain't know I was gonna go through this type of hell. Like, that's what really develops you. That's what makes you a man. Because things have to get purged out of us, man. You know, that little naive nature, that person that was raised off of fiction, you know, off of movies, that has to die. That little boy has to die inside you, man. Your mama's son has to die inside you, man. He has to die. And the reality is, when he dies, it's painful. You see? But the outcome is you're more stern. You're more firm, man. You see? Abba's boys, man, made men. You become made. All right, I'm gonna scroll down with this comment, this live comment, one more time. All right, let me get Ephesians 3:11. All right. Let me get that Ephesians 3:11. According to the Ephesians 3:11, according to the eternal purpose which he have purposed in Yahawashi our Lord, in whom we have boldness and access with confidence by the faith of him. Wherefore I desire that ye faint not at my tribulations for you, which is your glory. Kind. Let me see. Get this. 2 Maccabees 15:7-8. But Maccabeus had ever sure confidence that the Lord would help him, wherefore he exhorted his people not to fear the coming of the heathen against them, but to remember the help which is in former times they had received from heaven, and now to expect the victory and aid which should come unto them from the Almighty. And that's going to reincarnate itself. Now we have to revert back to when Yahawah helped his men and deliver his people when the enemy was after them. Because now the enemy is going to be after us, pursuant to Revelations 12. All right? The enemy is going to be after us. But we have to revert back to the times where the Most High helped his people. And the Most High is going to be with us, hopefully elect. Will there be certain martyrs for Yahawashi? Yeah. But they're going to come right back. They're just part of the test, man. But with that, I hope you brothers and sisters were edified. Once again, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahawah by Shema Yahawashi, by Shema Kakudas. Double honor to our elder apostles and elder bishops of great millstone who rule well. Peace and blessings, health and wellness to the house of David the elect. A Bible, come here, Shalom.